You've got mail.
Hello, it is Marceline the Worthless Femboy at your service, and I am starting a series on my channel discussing elements of the video game industry. Not only do I want to explain what they are, but I want to give a business perspective and my own perspective as well. You see, I have a second-class degree in business studies, which is the second highest grade you can earn. I learnt quite a lot in my time at university, and I want to share my knowledge and go into more depth with the dealings in the video game industry. With the intro out of the way, let the video commence! Pre-ordering is quite simple to explain. The customer places a pre-order on an item that has not been released. This is done by paying upfront for that item before it is released. This concept isn't exclusive to the video game industry. To name one example, figurines are also a product that can be available for pre-order. What makes pre-ordering interesting as a business practice is that it switches around how business is traditionally done. Most of the time, well, 99% of the time, when you buy a product or service, you receive it instantly, such as buying a sandwich in a supermarket. Or, if it's a service, you wait a small amount of time for it. However, when you pre-order, you may have to wait months or even years until you get your product. There are so many reasons why consumers do stuff. Basically, they're pretty weird. Like, consumer behavior is hella wild. There are so many factors to consider, such as upbringing, living conditions, internal, external factors, just to name a few. And you can put these behaviors into a pattern. And these factors affect how, what, and why they buy certain products. This is consumer behavior. Businesses really love that information, because they can use that info to cater towards consumers' behavior, which in turn increases the likelihood of them buying their goods and services. Woo! And businesses use this information to make judgment calls on what type of practices they should be doing. Ooh, foreshadowing! So, let's look at some common behaviors of why consumers pre-order. Loyalty. There are those who adore a series. Maybe they love a video game company such as Nintendo, or they fall in love with a certain dev. And their love for them is so great that they will pretty much throw money towards them. We call this brand loyalty. For example, Hideo Kojima is a beloved dev. He has many fans who adore his work. Whenever he makes a game, they will pre-order it. Or how about Nintendo? There are so many people who are loyal to them. They love the company. Even though a lot of their business practices is very unethical and not good for the consumer, they are so loyal, they will defend them and purchase their products. It's kind of scary how influential loyalty can be. As a business, obtaining consumers' loyalty is key to success. Unfortunately, businesses do abuse it, especially in the video game industry. Next, pre-order bonuses and different editions. When you offer incentive to consumers to pre-order, it works. Now, incentives isn't exclusive to the video game industry. For example, supermarkets sending vouchers to potential customers, the voucher's goal is to draw them into the supermarket, and potentially they end up buying more than they wanted to. You see, the voucher's goal isn't actually to give a discount to the customers. Well, that's what they're meant to be, but their true purpose is to get them into the supermarket. Video game companies will throw add-ons to entice potential customers to pre-order, like weapons, extra content such as an art book, or a soundtrack, or costumes, or a gesture? In addition, some games will offer different editions, which offers more goodies such as a figure. They tend to be called collector editions, but the name may vary. Now, because only a few people really buy the collector's edition, we categorize it as a niche market, because they're way more expensive than the base video game. But hell, some people really love that stuff. And this has been going on for a long time. Companies love throwing extra goodies to entice customers to pre-order, because well, it works. It works too good. Then there's hype. This one is kinda tricky to explain, because there are many ways hype gets customers pre-ordering, because of how subjective it is. Friends, partners, lovers, even comment sections alone gets people excited. Sometimes it's just a trailer, or maybe it's a remaster of a game and you really want it because you played and loved the original. Maybe it's just fun to pre-order. Maybe there's a celebrity promoting the game. Hype can fall under many things. In my personal opinion, word of mouth is one of the best ways to get people hyped. The more people are talking about a game, the more attention it gets, and the more people feel like they're getting involved. It's sort of like being in an in-group, and it sort of pressures them to pre-order. Everyone is excited. Aren't you excited? Come on, let's pre-order. The game is gonna bomb. It's very effective, but it can be a deterrent. To name one example, EA Star Wars Battlefront 2 loot box was so bad and word of mouth spread like fire, it got to Disney and they got involved. Yeesh. So then we must ask, what do video games companies gain from practicing pre-ordering? Money. They get money upfront before releasing their product. Companies value information, especially consumer patterns. They look for ways to earn money based on this information. Let's try this, or let's do that instead. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Businesses take risks all the time due to competition. A good business finds a way to get the advantage in the market. It's like a battle of who can make the better product or service. Well, pre-ordering, especially in the video game industry, works. Like really works. From a business point of view, they keep practicing it. It gets them money. Guaranteed money. Instantly, before they ship the game out. Before it's even made. In a traditional business, doing the same thing is safe, but it becomes stale. Meaning in order to survive, you need to try to find new ways to get more revenue. Maybe it's selling a new product, or offering deals or discounts. Maybe they need to cut costs. Maybe they need to observe consumer behavior patterns. It's not an easy process, and it does take time and investment. It could lead the business to lose a lot of money, or even go bust. But pre-ordering? That works so well. By looking at the consumer behavior, they keep pre-ordering. So video game companies would be shooting themselves in the foot if they don't do it. Offering goodies and extras that really don't enhance the video game itself works. It works too good. As long as it makes money, video game companies won't stop. When it comes to traditional businesses, one practice alone doesn't usually rack in the revenue. There are so many elements that a business has to get right to earn money, but in the video game industry, put up some images, have a celebrity, put up a video, it doesn't even have to be a gameplay video, include some extras for just pre-ordering, and boom, money flows your way. So let me ask you now, what are the risks when you pre-order? There are two sides to it, the business point of view and the consumer one. So let's talk about it. The business side. Yes, they get money up front, but they have to deliver their video game on the date they announced. Sometimes they do delay, but they need to make sure their product is ready on the date. If they fail to give something, they can face legal issues. In addition, they can receive backlash if the video game is buggy, has performance issues, ports don't work, etc. People will spread that information like fire, and review bombing will happen. Articles will be made. News will spread. The sad reality though is that if the company is big enough, they can get away with selling a broken game, then fixing it at a later date. In a traditional business, you would be punished for selling a broken product. But in the video game industry, they're so big, they can just keep going. And this is done so many times, and it's really bad, but hell, they just get away with it. The consumer's side. As a consumer, you don't know what you're gonna get. You're giving away your money and expecting a video game. You have no guarantee on the quality of the video game itself. All you have is a trailer, a few images, and a description. Sometimes a funny actor man going, "Get hype, get hype, get hype." Maybe they've made games in the past, and they're good. Or maybe they're starting to show gameplay footage. Or even the game company giving tasters to untrusting YouTube influencers who only praise the game and add to the hype. That still isn't a guarantee of the end quality. To put it in another way, someone approaches you and says, "Hey, I want to sell a car to you." I won't be able to show you the end result of the product. I can show you some ideas, but it doesn't represent the end result. There is no taster session where you can experience another car like it, because this is a unique one just for you. All I ask is, give me your money, and hopefully it will be ready in 4 years. Oh, and as an extra goodie to pre-ordering this car, I will throw in a latex suit. Would you risk it? You have no guarantee of the end result. Unlike with almost 99% of traditional business practices, you can physically feel a product, see the product, test the product. You know what you buy. Pre-ordering a video game? You just don't know the quality. Why risk it? Consumers pre-order and get upset. This happens so often, and it's really hella bad. It's not a nice feeling when you receive a poor product. Now, the big question is it ethical to pre-order? The answer is, well, no. I don't want to shame anyone who does pre-order. I don't think less of you. It's your money and you choose how to spend it. Whatever your reasons are, so be it. They're good enough reasons because they are your reasons. The purpose of this video is to teach you about pre-ordering. Pre-ordering involves a lot of risk, and it can lead to disappointment. From a business side, they don't need to get the product ready up front, and they can rack in the revenue. It's a bad practice that works really well. Too well. There is no harm waiting for the video game to come out, looking at some gameplay footage, reading some reviews, and then making a decision about purchasing the game. Now, I don't want to be Mr. I have better morals than you person, because that's just not cool. And I see a lot of YouTubers doing that, and I think it's just distasteful. So, time to share an embarrassing story. I pre-ordered Elden Ring for the PC. I was excited for it. When the game came out, it was preloaded, I booted it up, and crashes, lag, freezes, frame rate drops. It even crashed before the game menu loaded. I tried fixes, and it helped a little bit, but it kept crashing. I was upset. It left a poor impression. I uninstalled, and now I have to wait until a patch comes out fixing it. And I may have to wait quite a bit for it. I like From Software games. It's a shame that the Elden Ring PC port was in an awful state. But then a game popped up on my Steam Discovery queue. That game came out in 2017. Both my close friend Stacy and my bestie Nuna recommended the game to me. The product is ready to be purchased. I bought the game. No issues, no lag, no crashes. Instead of Elden Ring, I'm playing a product that is working. And I'm loving it. It's so much fun. The music is gorgeous, and I'm loving 2B's ass. She has a nice ass. Yeah, it's a nice ass. Anywho, yeah, it's not the best idea to pre-order, nor is it ethical, but I won't judge you for it. It's your decision to pre-order, and it's you who will be the one to bear the consequences. In addition, sometimes the extra goodies that come with the pre-order can be exclusive to the pre-order. Sometimes they do make them DLC afterwards, but other times they don't, and this will alienate the consumers. Some have said you get it or you miss out on it, tough luck. That's how limited runs offer works. Pre-orders don't last forever. Personally, I don't think it's a big of an issue because it doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, yeah, it can suck, so that's something else to consider when it comes to the ethical side of pre-ordering. And there we go. The goal of this video was to teach you more about pre-ordering, not just from a consumer side, but a business one too. I hope this video was informative. Video game companies really benefit a lot from practicing pre-ordering. In my opinion, unless the government gets involved and outlaws it, this practice of pre-ordering won't go away. Whether you like it or not, pre-ordering will be part of video game culture. I hope you Fiends learned something new today. There's so much more about the video game industry I want to talk about, and hopefully I'll be making more videos soon. If you don't know, I never ask for likes, subs or comments on my videos. I have the mindset if my video is good enough, then likes, subs and comments will come naturally. However, when it comes to other content creators who contribute in my videos in big or small ways, I will always give credit and shout them out. Zenobia Star made the avatar sprite for the thumbnail of this video and it looks adorable as hell. I commissioned her and she is wonderful to work with, so Fiends, give her some love. Her links will be in the description. Support an amazing content creator. Her art is so beautiful and she deserves more followers. With that being said, see ya Fiends.